Hello everyone, I'm here to show you Aien, a ground AI enhancement script for DCS Word 2.9 and above. And what is it? Aien script is a Lua script for DCS Word 2.9. It adds to animation using a trigger. We'll show you this later. It's a standard Lua file just like Mist, Mouse, and something like that. It integrates the ground unit's standard behavior in ground groups, to be more precise. It adds a list of dynamic and more realistic behavior that for any AI ground group that it is in your scenery. It does not require naming convention or something like that. It's completely automatic. It does not need to be installed. It's not a mod. It's only a script that you can load it. And it's DCS, 100% DCS standard code, integrity sect compatible, and does not have dependencies to any other script, so it does not need Mist or Mouse or anything else to run, but it can run with them. It is compatible with Mouse, Mist, Olympus, and all other scripts, including Skynet YADS, as long as they don't change the ground vehicle AI behavior. What it adds? It adds reactions to events. Most like when a unit is under attack, it takes hits from something, and it can change the standard decision way that DCS does. It can add a suppression effect, just like the famous fantastic bot scripts. It adds the infantry dismount capabilities for any vehicles that is infantry capable, such like APC, IFV, and trucks. And it adds an indirect fire from any artillery units group, automated and indirect file, without the need of loss between the RT groups and the target. Each one of these features can be enabled or disabled independently, so you can choose to have only one or two or three of them, and you can also choose to make them affect only one coalition, red or blue, or both of them. And also you can choose to exclude from this effect one or more particular group by adding a naming tag convention to them. So you can tag the group name, adding the tag you can choose in the file, in the scripts, and this group will not be affected by any of these features of enhanced AI. Okay, one by one. Reaction to events. When you have a standard unit group and it's taking fire from something, their behavior is always the same. Anything, it's tanks, IV, trucks, doesn't change. The behavior is they stop, they disperse, unless you change it in the mission editor, and they will stay there. They will try to react to fire if they can, if they're in range, but if you're using standoff weapons, they basically are sitting ducks. These scripts will add a series of different potential possibility sections, like let's call as you prefer. Some of them are just to accelerate to go to the destination as fast as possible, or if you are nearby an urban area, the ground group will move to this urbanized area to get cover from buildings. They will try to withdraw to a allied position nearby. They can call allied unit for ground support if it's the case. They can disperse if it's okay. They can drop a smoke screen, or they can try to run and attack the firing unit. Which of this action will take place is not a random choice. It's a scoring model choice. The group will try to take the best decision available depending on their skills. So I mean that if the unit's skills that are in the group and the group is so let's say high skilled, they will choose the best from any of these actions depending on the conditions. Just like, for example, the condition changes when the group is attacked or is hit by a missile or a bomb or a shell. And if the attacker is known, so they can see it or not. If the attacker is airborne, if an helicopter, an airplane or not, they will change the best decision available. And also by the group skills, as said. The less skilled group will not have all those available decisions. For much more details about this and a scoring model, please check the manual inside the mod. Also, the script add a suppression effect and a dismount troop capabilities. Those are not reactions. They will take place along the reactions. And the suppression effect, as said, is just like the boss suppression script. The group will be suppressed from 10 to 15 seconds, always depending on group skills and condition, but it is automatically applied to any groups that is not armored. Again, dismounting troops, any unit that can carry infantries, just like APC, IFV or trucks, they will have preloaded teams of infantry. An APC can carry 2 teams, an FV will carry 1 team, and trucks will be able to load 4 teams. You don't have to do anything. Those teams are already inside the vehicles. They do not have a performance effect as long as they stay there because they are just code. They are not objects. And they will dismount if it's appropriate. Just like an example, you are attacking a couple of APC and 1 trucks from your helicopter, and they are normally not so difficult target. They're basically unarmed, if not for a small gun. But with this script, if you have dismount on and they have maybe a manpad team inside, they will dismount this manpad team and you are going to face it. And that's quite different than standard behavior. This is the only option that can have a not negligible performance effect on the mission. If you are striving for better performances, maybe you will want to disable dismounting troops. That's not because of a script, that's because standard DCS structure, and you will start spawning and despawning things. It's normal that you will have a performance effect. Last and probably most important things is the indirect automated artillery fire. Standard DCS behavior is that when you have an artillery group, they will try to shoot to anything that is detected from them. To detect a group, they will need line of sight and a range below some kilometers, let's say 8 kilometers, something like that. That usually, anyway, will really struggle to have an artillery performance like it's meant to have, because artillery is down to indirect fire from 10 kilometers and more, maybe 50 kilometers, maybe 30 kilometers. MLRS can shoot up to 80 kilometers. But standard DCS behavior will not permit this. This script will make a different thing. Any allied units and drones, so for flying things it's only for drones, but any ground unit will provide targets to your artillery group. And each time you pass on analyzing that group once a second to not have performance impact again, if the ground artillery group is in range with a known enemy, they will try to create a fire mission to hit this enemy. That means that in a standard static scenario with a lot of artillery that doesn't shoot to anything, you add a drone and this drone will provide target to all of them, and you can bring this fire to any enemy and vice versa. So artillery also become very valuable targets. Okay, last thing, how to use it. As said, is a standard DCS script. You just have to load it in a trigger. So choose one trigger not related to event. As condition, please add at least 3 seconds, not for the script, but basically because you want the mission to be completely loaded. And if you have a multiple spawning event at the start, you prefer to run the script just after those spawning event, even if spawned the units are compatible. And then you add as an action do script file, and you choose the Aien Lua file. Okay, to download the Aien script, you just need to go to the GitHub of the Aien script, which is github.com/chromium18/Aien. Here you will find a small description, a link to the manual, which is also in the releases, and the release link. You can just click here and you are free to go. You have the Aien manual, where you will find a lot of more descriptions and a lot of more details, as said, about how it works and how it is. Requirement and also some bug report suggestion. You can report those bugs here to the in a discussion for the Aien destruction, like in the bug tracker, or you can also go to the DSMC Discord, which you can find if you look for me, Chromium, in the ED forum, and there will also be a channel for this as soon as possible, and then I will add the link to the GitHub so that you can also report your script there. This is totally everything for free. I do not code for money or something else. I do these things only because I like it. Unless, anyway, if you really think this is a valuable addition, you have a lot of fun with it, and you want to give something, then at the end of the manual there's a link for the people account, and you can add one coffee, which maybe help me to code even more. And thanks so much, and let me know if it's good, or if you have an idea or something to change. I will consider everything within this year's environment limitations.